Welcome back to ResiPod, your go-to source for everything about silicons. In today's episode, we explore the world of agrochemicals, highlighting how adjuvants, super spreaders, and antifoams are transforming agriculture. From testing to groundbreaking formulations, we will uncover how these innovations are driving sustainability and efficiency. Whether you are in the industry or just curious, there's something here for you. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the another episode of ResiPod. I'm Vijay Senthil, heading application research and customer innovation at Resi. It's a pleasure for me to host this special edition of this ResiPod.
We are gearing up for the event ICSCE organized by PFMI. I wanted to use this opportunity to give insights about how Resil contributes to the crop protection agro industries. So to have more insights on this, I have Ms. Monica from product development team and I have Mr. Prasanth from application research team. And before we dive deep into the today's topic, I'll request them to introduce themselves and a bit of your role as well. Please, let me start with Monica. Monica, please.
Hi, I'm Monica. I'm working as a research associate in Resicare for the past 3 years, and I'm taking care of the agrochemical sector. And I've done my master's in nanoscience and technology from Anna University, Chennai. Thank you.
So, hi everyone, this is Prasanth. I have 5+ years experience in agriculture and industrial divisions. So, I work for this application bot and I did my master's in polymer science from Anna University, Chennai.
So thank you both of you to joining today with me on this special edition. So before we dive deep into the subject, I would like to start set the stage with the basics. So let's talk about adjuvants because what is adjuvants? Maybe both of you or Monica, maybe you can.
Yeah, adjuvants, as we see, it is a substance that enhances the effectiveness of the agrochemicals. Like example, agrochemicals, we can say it's a pesticides or fertilizers. So it increases the effectiveness of the agrochemicals when we add on it. So we can classify the adjuvants also into two types. One is activators and the other one is the utility adjuvants.
Okay. So that's good. So adjuvants are anything we add into the agrochemicals which elevates the performance, which has the performance. Great. So now before going deep into the both utility and the activators, right? So what's activator adjuvants?
Okay, first if we see the activator adjuvants, it has a direct effect on the effectiveness on the agrochemical. So that is what activator adjuvants we classify. So if we see, we have spreaders, it is an activator adjuvant. So if we see the utility adjuvants, if we see, they don't have any direct effectiveness in the agrochemicals. They generally have this increase the safety or stability of the agrochemical. So they don't have any direct effectiveness on the application of agrochemicals. So that is what the difference between the activator and the utility adjuvants.
Okay, that's great. So now before going to the utility, let's focus on the activator. So you mentioned about the super spreaders, right? So, but what is super spreader? Why it is used in crop protection formulations?
So if we see, super spreaders are like a spreading and a wetting agent. So when we mix with the agrochemicals, it increases the effectiveness of the agrochemical. In general, if we spray the agrochemical with the super spreader, it enhances the spreading property of the agrochemical on the leaf substrate. And it also enhances the wetting property of the agrochemical. So that is what is a super spreader.
Okay, and so I think Resil is strong in the super spreaders, right? We have a lot of portfolio of product. Maybe from application side, Prashant, based on the application, what are the different formats of super spreaders we have in our portfolio?
For liquid-based formulations, we have liquid spreaders. For the powder-based formulation, we have two product kinds like Resicare SP is there, Resicare DP is there, which goes for the powder-based formulation.
And Monica, now from a product development point of view, to develop a spreaders, so what are the key criteria that you consider during the design stage? And how do you ensure that it's functionally performing well on the product?
So if we consider a super spreader, so basically we focus on the surface tension of the product. So we have to have a low surface tension so that enhances the more spreading on the substrate of the leaf. So the main criteria is the surface tension we focus on. Then we see on the wetting of the product also. So that is the second criteria. And we have to see the pH also. It should be compatible with other formulations. So we have to check the pH also. The pH should be between the range so that it is compatible with the other agrochemicals. So these are the three criteria we look onto it.
Okay, thank you. And Prashant, from application point of view, so these super spreaders, how do you ensure, for example, the R&D team has developed a product. How do you validate, test, and ensure that it meets the design criteria, performance criteria?
Yeah, usually silicones have very low surface tension. So the first screening will start with that surface tension. Later on, the surface meets the requirements as per that what is specification. Then we'll go for the real-time applications in the leaf. So in the leaf, we take some leaf and we'll take the spreadability in the leaf. Uh, See, in this also we have some kind of like, in one leaf it will come good, another leaf it will not come good, like it may happens. So for that also we have additional testing like in parafilm, which replicates the waxy layer of the leaf. So it will replicate and will test spreadability in the parafilm. So we can test the spreadability and see how much the spreading is happening in the parafilm as well as on the leaf. So comparing to this, we'll check this one. And apart from then, we'll do the formulations compatibility and we'll check it of stability for 2 weeks in 54 degrees Celsius. And then we'll check for that electrolyte stability and etc., like foaming capacities, etc., on that formulations.
Okay. So, Monica, from the product development point of view, how our product is superior? Like how Resil's portfolio of super spreaders are different from the conventional products?
We are based on the silicone-based adjuvants. So as we see, the conventional surfactants will have the CC bond, which has different properties, and we have this SAO bond in our adjuvants. So this has a particular influence on the surface tension. So the SAO bond have very low surface tension between 20 to 25, and that imparts the low surface tension for our adjuvant. And in addition to that, it's we have the trisiloxane base. So that is also an additional thing for us, the backbone, which we have this hydrophobic and hydrophilic properties. So that also imparts, like it's both soluble in oil as well as the water, we have it. And another one thing is that rotation energy is less for the silicone surfactants. So it makes very flexible for the product also. So these are the key features that it is different from the conventional surfactants with the silicone surfactants.
Okay. And Prashant, when you test a product, when you compare with the conventional, how do you see in the data? From how do you see the difference in surface tension? How do you see the difference in spreading compared with the conventional spreaders versus the silicone spreaders?
What we do is like we will check the surface tension initially. So when you see the conventional surfactant, we'll having it will 1% solution may reduce up to 34 or 35. Whereas in a silicone, 0.1% dosage in DMO it can reduce it surface tension 72 to 21, 22 approx. It will reduce at one.
Okay. So you are basically saying the water's surface tension is 72 dynes per centimeter square. So when you add the conventional surfactants, it will only bring it to 30 to 35 or 40 in that range. But whereas silicone brings to 20.
That's what I'm quite like 1% of surfactant will brings to 34 to 35, whereas silicone 0.1% will brings to 21 to
I think you're making a point that even the very low dosage wise, you have superiority over the conventional spreaders like surfactants. And also the performance also, right? You have superior performance, very low surface tension and the spreading.
Even we see that performance wise, the spray volume will be reduced and that consumption of the water and agrochemicals will be reduced. For example, if you see the drift control in the silicone is far better than the conventional surfactants. Drift control is a major part, and other part is just like that rain fastness also. It will play a major role compared to the conventional surfactants.
Okay. I think you mentioned about the drift control. Drift control is one of the key parameters on the evolving application route, right? I think the conventional application is spray methods people adopt. Now the drones and a lot of machines are used. I think for the drones, drift control is one of the key criteria parameter that connects to the performance, enhance the performance. Good. I think now what are the overall benefit that farmers adopt from this surfactants? Like spreaders.
We'll split it into two parts, either like formulation part, in other ways as like the application part. So in the formulation part, in in-can formulation, it will enhance the stability of the active ingredient. For example, glyphosate, it will degrade over some time in higher pH. So this surfactant, the silicone-based surfactant, will enhance stability of the in-can products, as well as it will enhance the spreadability from the day 1 to day something. For example, I'm saying day 90. The same performance will be there. In the open condition also, it will be the same. In the application part, if you see, as I told you, the drift control is there, rain fastness is there, And the absorption, so usually the silicone has a lower suspension. It will enhance the spreading of the active ingredient in overall the leaf surfaces. So this active ingredients will not will not be stagnant at one place. It will spread all over the leaf, and the cuticle absorption will be more compared to the conventional surfactants.
Okay. So I think in summary, I think it has a better spreading, it's a better coverage and better penetration and rain fastness and overall, I think this contributes to the better crop yield and lesser consumption of agrochemicals and lower water consumption as well. I think this plays a significant impact on the sustainability as well. I think so. So that's great. Now coming back to the Monica now, as you have seen different trends and different product ranges, what is the new trends in the agrochemical industry and how our development is aligned to the new trends?
Yeah, of course, our development has been aligned to the current trend. So one of the current trend we can see is the biodegradability, and other is the compatible with the biologicals also. So if you see the biodegradability, we have developed a product, and we have a product called Resicare G1. So that product, we have done the biodegradability study also. It is also a trisiloxane-based surfactant adjuvant. So we have also developed and we have done a biodegradability study according to the OECD guidelines, that is 301P. So according to that, we have a biodegradability greater than 99%. So that is
something significant number, right?
Yeah, and that is a very significant.
Good. Now on this note, Prasanth, so now Monica explained about the Selenite G1. Now, how Selenite G1 is different from other products when it comes to the biologicals? I think biodegradability, they've done the validation. From the application point of view, how do you test this product against biologicals?
First thing, as I told, like the surface tension is more important. And then again, like in the in-can formulations, the co-formulant stability is more important in the formulations. So when in case you use these conventions or silicones like PSW, MSW, if you use in this formulation, it may not be like compatible with this co-formulant biologicals. Whereas our Selenite G1, when we use in the formulation, it will enhance the performance as well as it will be compatible with the biologicals, and co-formulant stability also will be there. So we'll check the stability, formula stability for in the 2 weeks of time in 54 degrees Celsius. It will be like stable as an accelerator agent. So that's the way we'll test it out. And that material we'll check it out for this applications, how the spreading is in the real time in the field.
Okay. I think compared to the other silicone spreaders versus the Selenite G1, the unique is that compatible with the biologicals. I think you have run some studies to check the compatibility with some representative organisms.
Yeah, we use external testing for this one, where they will like test with the biostimulant, biofertilizers, and bio controls. These three we will check it out. So with the compatibility, how it is performing with that one, and how this will enhance the property of that over the period of time, the spreading and biologicals, that will check it out in this.
Okay. I think I understand now because I have read and I have discussed with some of the industry leaders. They're finding it very challenging to make a compatible co-formulant. Co-formulant is key for the biological because biologicals is proven as an active, but when to formulate it, the co-formulant is very key. And I understand that this is going to be significant development from Resil side, where we have made a biodegradable and compatible and compatible with biologicals, which is very breakthrough, I would say. It's thanks to the R&D team and application team for validating the product. And Monica, now how do you ensure the product what we develop aligns with the regulatory needs and aligns with the forming requirements?
Currently, we are looking for the OMRA, that is Organic Material Review Institute. So they classify the substances which can be used for the organically. So that is what. So we have in Resil 4 products that comes under the OMRA. So one is Resicare MSW, the other one is Resicare C7 Super, and the other one is Resicare TSW, and the Resicare Selenite J1. So these are the 4 products we have under the OMRA. So these are things, and we are looking also for the EPA registrations also.
Okay. For the global markets, you are ensuring that we are into EPA registration aligned with the EPA requirements, and OMRA, it includes both the efficacy, safety, and also the organic compatibility.
Yes.
If it is listed in OMRA, it means it's suitable for the
organic farm.
Yeah, I think this covers we spend enough time in the activated adjuvants. So with the new product that we have, Selenite G1, I think that's the product for the coming trends. Now, getting back to the topic, like what is utility adjuvants?
So, as I mentioned during the classification of adjuvants, so utility adjuvant, they don't have a direct effectiveness on the agrochemical. It generally has increases the stability or the safety of the agrochemicals. So, if we see, for example, a dispersing agent or antifoams, we can classify as an utility adjuvant.
Okay, right, got it. So what are the products we have under utility
So
adjuvants?
currently we have developed a product. It is a powder dispersing agent. So if you see a powder dispersing agent, it's generally it stabilizes and enhances the dispersion of the agrochemical powder format in a liquid medium. So that is what the activity of the powder dispersing agent. Okay, we have a product called Resicare PDNA, and we are going to launch it in the ICSCE at PMFAI. So this is the chemistry behind this product is a sodium salt of naphthalene condensate. So this has a good dispersion property, and also we can enhances the reduces the agglomeration of the agrochemicals, and it also, because of its hydrophobic and hydrophilic property, the dispersion of the powder formats has been increased in the liquid medium.
Okay. And how this product, is it superior, or how this compares with the conventional dispersing agents? And what is the key criteria on this?
So we have developed a product which is a breakthrough in industry, and it is very comparable with the performance of the market product also. So this one we can consider it's a unique product in the Resil's portfolio as in utility adjuvants.
Okay. I personally read about the product. I know this is a breakthrough for Resil because we are comparing a market leader and we are comparable to that. Now, Prashant, so how do we test the Resicare PDNA from our application data? How do you see the product performs?
So what we do is like we will have one in-house method which we call a blooming test, where we are using this activated charcoal. So activated charcoal resembles the active ingredients in the agro formulations. So it is very hard to disperse in that waters. So we use this dispersion and we'll check the stability of the activated charcoal and dispersion of this one. We find our dispersion, Resicare PDNA, found to have 2x times more faster and spreading, and then the wetting of the particles and dispersion in the overall the medium 2x times, and it is as more stable over a period of time. And we found the particle size disparity with the benchmark materials, as well as when you see that formulation crystal growth, it has been reduced. So compared to the benchmark materials, and after that, our materials have the appearance is better than the compared to benchmark material, which shows that overall appearance of this medium to be like in neutral phase, it's not in a yellowing color or something. And again, we will see that test methods using this suspensibility, dispersibility by CPAC standards. That's all we do.
Oh, since you mentioned the CPAC, I think I want to understand what are the different guidelines we follow. Like CPAC is one of the methods, and is there any other methods we follow? We adapt to the international standards, or what are the different test methods we have in validating the products?
Yeah, for the CPAC method, we use this suspensibility of this one and particle size. And again, if you see, we'll check the dispersibility. And again, for the dispersing agent, we'll check the spreading, how it is spreading, and wettability we'll check. That's the 5 parameters we used for this. We adapted from the CPAC method.
Okay, thanks for the insights, Prashant. I think the PDNA is a breakthrough. I would again say that because it has superior performance from the data what we generated. It has a better spreading. It has better dispersion. It's a better stability, formulation stability, and also particle size, controlled particle sizes, and even at the low temperature and different pH conditions, it worked. And we have tested it on the. I've seen the video, the demo video, which was recently published as well. It speaks under the utility adjuvants. We cover the PDNA. Now, what are the other utility adjuvants we have apart from the dispersants?
So we can say antifoams. Antifoams is also classified as one of the utility adjuvants. So in Resil portfolio, we have antifoams. In that, 2 formats we have. One is the liquid format and the powder format. So we have in liquid format, it's another breakthrough in Resil. It's Resicare SK69, and this is a very good antifoaming, and it is very comparable to the benchmark products. So that is what in liquid antifoams. And the other one is the powder format. So we have Greensill PD in the powder format. So that can be used in the dry formats of agrochemicals. So these are the two formats we have in the under antifoams.
Okay. I know antifoams is an interesting subject for the people here because resin is strong in antifoams. But now, Prashant, why do we have antifoams in agro? How it is relevant for the agro industries?
So in the in-can formulations, what will that is a little bit high shear while the mixing and dispersing of the solid particles. So and we use this surfactants, which may cause the foaming as well as increase the volume of the production. So when we use this antifoam, it will reduce that foaming and enhance the productivity of the production as well as that storage and packing. Everything it will help you out. In other way, we see like when in that tackle mix application, also the people will face when they add this high pH water and low pH water in this real-time application, they have high volume compared to the regular one. While mixing, it may have greater foaming that affect that clogging of this pores.
And I think it will also interfere in the spray applications.
So that it will enhance spreading. Another way it is reduce that foaming as reduced in the formulations.
Okay. And so how do you test? We discussed a lot of things from application standpoint. How do you check the application and how do you validate the antifoams?
So anti-foam, we use this handshake methods where we use a standard, we have some standard foaming solutions which resembles the same foaming medium of the agro formulations. We'll use this anti-foam, we'll check out the foam height of that one and how much time it took to collapse the overall foam and whether it is opening or not, that we'll check it out the foam. And we'll check that foam size after some 10 minutes of this one anti-foaming. We'll see how this foam is there, whether microfoams are more or less compared to the benchmark. We'll check it out. And other way, we'll check the Rossmans. Rossmans is as per ASM standards.
I think Rossmans is a very standard method.
Yeah, Rossmans standard.
We have a standard method and in-house method.
In-house method, yeah.
As per the customer requirements.
Yeah. Some customers, for the quick analysis, they use this handshake method. Some customers use the standard method, Rossmans. So Rossmans is a standard one, you can say.
Okay.
Rossmans, we'll check the anti-foam height, foaming height, how much it is coming after that what are the water drops. No? So that's the major this one, and we'll check it out the formulations. In the formulations, we will check and it out and the stability of this material with that ending the anti-foam. And again, we will check with the compatible surfactants, electrolytes, as well as in various pH how this silicone has been behaving. And apart from this, we will check it out the shear stability, whether this product is stable for that high shear applications.
So now coming back to Monica, how our Resicare SK16 is comparable against the portfolio of products we have? Because I know Resil has a big portfolio of antifoam products, but this product stands out of all. I know and I understand we benchmark the market leading product. What are the unique features of this product?
Okay, if we see it's Resicare SK69, it's a very potent product and it has very less knockdown time. And we also have, it works in a wide pH range and it is also compatible with the other agrochemicals. So these points makes the Resicare SK69 to be highlighted in the Resil's portfolio.
Yeah. I know agrochemical formulation is very vast and there are a lot of surfactants used, especially the dosage of surfactant is very high when it comes to suspension concentrate or emulsion concentrates, all these things. So I think we have validated some of the formulation where it has performed well. I know that. Apart from SK16, what are the other highlighting products we have in Resil portfolio?
So as I said, Greensill PD we have. That is also in, it's a powder format antifoam. So we can use it in the dry formats of agrochemicals and it stands out. It is comparable with the liquid antifoam as well. So that is a unique property of that one. So that is one of the good product in the Resil portfolio as in a powder format.
Okay, I think powder format is relatively very small in the market. Like we have very limited products in the market, and I think powder is very like if you look at the trends, the dry formats is taking up a lot of traction on the dry formats, like dry formulations. I think that will be a great product for the market. I think that's an interesting discussion we had, understanding the adjuvants and then the types of the adjuvants, activator, utility, and we covered the large portfolio. I think we come up with the new products which will be showcasing in the ICSE event as well, which is Resicare SK69, Resicare PDNA, and Silonet G1. Both are promising products for me. I think based on the data what we have, and looking forward to it. Before we close, I would like to check if there is any other key products that we want to highlight.
As Mr. Prashant has been highlighted before, there are different formats of spreaders. We have explained more about the liquid spreader, so we can see about the powder spreaders also. So we have two types of powder spreaders. One is soluble powder, that is Resicare SP. The other one is Resicare Flowsil DP. So the Flowsil DP will be the dispersible powder. So both are like trisiloxane based adjuvants only. So both of them have a excellent spreading property as well as a wetting property. And if you see Resicare Flowsil DP, it is comparable with the available market product also in terms of performance and as well as the other properties. So we have these two formats in the powder spreaders.
Prashant, anything from the application side on these two products?
As Monica said, Resicare SP is soluble powder, which is suitable for this dry formulations. As it is soluble powder, it can be used for the liquid formulations, where it will be like have the performance similar to the liquid spreaders like VSW, MSW. In other hand, we have this Flowsil DP. Flowsil DP will help you in the dry formulations, and as it is compatible with the nitrogen fixation and water penetration, it will enhance the water penetration in the root. It can be used in that broadcasting application as well. So this is the way it is like superior and like, different from the other spreaders.
Okay, thank you. I think Resicare Flowsil DP is a very interesting product, and we found that the unique feature is that it's a soil conditioning. So it helps in the water infiltration for hard to wet soil. It also helps in the moisture retention, and you have generated a lot of data to say that the infiltration is faster, 2.5 times faster, and moisture retention 10% more moisture retention. And I think we have generated some data to showcase that it's the bioavailable. It's the availability of actives near the roots. So that's an interesting product and suitable for broadcasting application as well, right? Yeah. I think with that, we come to the end of today's episode. And thank you, Monica and Prashant, for joining us and for their valuable insights. And with that, we conclude today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for this special edition. And we look forward for the next episode. Stay tuned and take care.
Thanks for joining us for this special edition of ResiPod. It's been a pleasure sharing insights into the latest advancements in agrochemicals. Don't miss our next episode, where we will explore more innovative applications of silicons. Stay curious, keep exploring, and we will see you next time.